Hey guys, calling back with another video. Before we get started here, some of you guys that have been on my YouTube channel for a while might remember Doug. I and Doug used to do these crazy drunken videos about science and aliens and all kinds of theories of the universe and anti-gravity machines and that type of stuff. Sorry, but my glasses are all bent up, so you'll have to put up with my craziness on that and other things. But anyway, he was here right around Christmas, like a couple days before Christmas. He's a truck driver now. If some of you don't already know, he drives a semi all over the dang place now. Um, but he was here a couple days before Christmas, and he wanted to do a video together. But I and my girlfriend were very busy getting ready for Christmas dinner, um, and that type of stuff. And we just couldn't do it. He parked his semi over at Walmart for a few hours or overnight or something. Um, and I just told him next time he's around we would do a video, so you can look forward to that video hopefully sometime in the next few months, hopefully. but back to the videos we used to do. We used to talk about aliens and science and things. But he brought me some gifts, and I'm not sure where he got these. If he picked these up in Nevada or New Mexico, either in Nevada at Area 51 or is the Roswell in New Mexico. But he got me this alien shirt here, Area 51, and also this big alien head. I think this was torn from the. He snuck into Area 51. He jumped the fence and avoided all the obstacles, and actually snatched me the head off the alien that they have there in Area 51. And it's rather heavy. I didn't know that aliens had plastic heads, but I guess they do. You never know. Well, it feels like plastic. You know, the aliens, they have, or maybe they encased its head in plastic, and here we have it. Now I have an actual alien to hang somewhere on the wall somewhere, or it can sleep beside me on the pillow and whatnot, and what wears and everything. Anyway, okay, that's that. And I do have some records to show. I'm only going to show half the records here and then half in another video, hopefully this weekend. Because I know my videos get quite lengthy when I jabber on too much. But remember I said I was going to check out this record here? Well, I still haven't. So hopefully maybe tonight I'll put this on and see what in the heck it is. The Happening, Fire and Ice. I have no idea what it is. Let's see. I got picked up this one. I'm not sure if this was originally released on vinyl. I know I had the cassette back in 1992, but here we have Alice in Chains' Dirt. And I think this is just a great album. I enjoyed the tape a lot back then, and when I seen this in the record store, I had to pick it up. It's one of those music on vinyl things. It has a sticker usually on your thing there. It's got Rooster, Dirt, Angry Chair. Well, they were pretty much all hits, all of these back then. And we've lost a lot of great people from back then. But anyway, here we have another one, the Buckinghams' Greatest Hits. This was only a couple bucks. It's basically sort of sounds like some garagey type music. Uh, and a lot of covers, kind of a drag. I think kind of a drag, they may have done that, but I'm not sure. You know, I don't even remember what this sounds like now. I must have been half asleep or something in somewhere in La La Land. Because sometimes I put these records on when I'm writing stuff on my typewriter or something. I just have it on in the background and I'm tapping away on my typewriter. All that stuff's going on in the background. I'm playing some of these records and I'm not always paying attention fully. Maybe like 50-50. I'm off somewhere in some other world or somewhere while some of these are on. And this is one of those records, the Buckinghams. Um, and before we get to the next record, uh, we're going to show the book. I'm going to show a book. Sometimes I show books in these videos. And here we have, well, beginning with, I watched a movie and it was called Into the Wild. It's about this young man back in the early 90s or somewhere in the 90s, I believe. He was kind of a he was kind of a rich kid just out of college, and he deserted his parents. After he graduated college, he denounced anything to do with his parents and money and belongings and all that. And long story short, he went on a road trip, jumping on trains, and his journey of discovering himself, I guess you could say. Um, and I've always enjoyed those kind of stories, just like Jack Kerouac on the road or something like that. Um, but long story short, he went on a journey, went to Alaska, and died. That's basically it. He's kind of become like a folk hero amongst a lot of younger folks. But this is a book of that. I wanted to check out the book to see how different it is from the movie. And I just picked this up, so I haven't really read any of it yet. It is a book directed by it is a movie directed by Sean Penn, called Into the Wild, and I highly recommend you watch that. I can't recommend the book yet because I haven't read it. But if the Sean Penn liked the book good enough to make the movie, then I imagine the book is good too. It's made by John, or written by John Krakauer, and I don't know if I should read some of this a little bit. Um, In April 1992, a young man from a well-to-do East Coast family hitchhiked to Alaska and walked alone into the wilderness north of Mount McKinley. 4 months later, his decomposed body was found by a party of moose hunters. Shortly after the discovery of the corpse, I was asked by the editor of Outside Magazine to report on the puzzling circumstances of the boy's death. His name turned out to be Christopher Johnson McCandless. He had grown up, I learned, in an affluent suburb of Washington, D.C., where he excelled academically and had been an elite athlete. Immediately after graduating with honors from Emory University in the summer of 1990, McCandless dropped out of sight. He changed his name, gave the entire balance of $24,000 savings account to charity, abandoned his cars and most of his possessions, burned all the cash in his wallet, and then he invented a new life for himself, taking up residence at the ragged margin of our society, wandering across North America in search of raw, transcendent experience. His family had no idea where he was or what had become of him until his remains turned up in Alaska. And that all happened over a 2-year time span. I believe he was only like 23 or something like that when they found his body on this bus way out in Alaska. Actually, this bus is still there, and there's lots of people that still hike to this bus just to go look at it and sign their names and whatnot. There's all kinds of stuff on YouTube about it you can watch. And actually, there's been a few people that have also died trying to go see that bus, which okay, it's okay to leave it there. Do you leave it there and let people still keep going out there to that bus and die? Um, or do they get like a big military helicopter, go in, grab the bus, haul it someplace else, like a museum, say, somewhere, and then people can go see that bus at the museum and they don't have to keep killing themselves and whatnot just to try to go see it? Because there's a big river that you have to cross to get to that bus. Besides, it's 20 miles way out in the wilderness, the wild. And that's all I'll say about that. And on that, I also picked up the soundtrack to Into the Wild because I really enjoyed the music in that movie, and it's a soundtrack by Eddie Vedder, and it's actually pretty good. There's the bus again, way out there. And actually, there is a replica of the bus that they used in the movie at a bar or somewhere in some town over there by the place 20 miles away from where it is. And there's a booklet in here with all kinds of photographs from the movie and whatnot. What do I show here? Oh, here we go. Oh, it just showed a picture of the bus. There we go. There's the bus. There's the bus where he died. It's a pretty intriguing story anyway. And I just thought I'd share that with you. If you don't check out the book, check out the movie. It's on Netflix right now. And I imagine you can rent it on Amazon or someplace like that. Next, I'm going to show you an antique. Now, since I was a kid, I've always had a fascination with non-electrical type items like phonographs, kitty cats. Which way we over there? Had a fascination with kitty cats. Well, actually, he's kind of electrical because there's electricity running through his brain, and just like us and all that. Anyway, phonographs and. For some reason, I always wanted a sewing machine also. Not a sewing machine that you plug in, but a sewing machine. It's called a treadle sewing machine, and you put your feet on the bottom, and it operates the sewing mechanism that's up on the top. And long story short, I picked up one made by the Eldridge Sewing Company, or the National Sewing Machine Company, actually, way back in the early to mid 1900s. And I believe mine is a mid to late 1900s model. And back then, all of these sewing machine companies were in competition with the big one, which was called Singer. Now, you're mostly going to find Singer sewing machines all over the place, and that's a good thing because there's all kinds of accessories and parts you can get for Singer sewing machines. And all the offshoots, it's harder to find stuff for them. And that seems like the things I always end up with is hard to find stuff to find parts for. Anyway, we found this sewing machine over in another town from here. And I'm going to show a video of the sewing machine. Me and my girlfriend are putting a belt. Morty, you're stabbing me with the claw in the back there, buddy. And he's like, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I'm just after this little piece of fuzz that's in the chair back here, you dirty bastard. Anyway, but we found this sewing machine. I'm going to show the video of us putting the belt on. It runs with the belt, just like a record player, to turn the wheel that makes the sewing needle go up and down. And we just started working on that today, and we got it going so far, but we're still deep into learning how to do it. learning how to sew on it. She knows more than I do, and she will probably actually be using it while I just kind of sit back and enjoy the oven mitts and all that type of stuff. Maybe she's going to make me a nice pair of pants and some bib overalls or something. Anyway, I'll show that video next. And sorry for the incoherent rambling on this one. I guess it's a little worse than the others. I didn't prepare. I didn't go prepare a paper to show you of the National Sewing Company and that type of stuff because I thought you might find it a little boring. But anyways, enjoy the sewing machine, and Colin over and out. Weirdos unite, and say hi to Connie. Hi everybody, I'm sitting here with Connie, my girlfriend. Say hi, Connie.
Hi.
Can you say hello? How are you in German?
Hallo, wie geht's?
She's from Austria. This is your first time meeting Connie, but we're showing this Aldridge treadle sewing machine. We just got the belt on, and we're going to see if we can get this going again. Here we go. There it goes. And she's really working her feet down here. I don't know if you can... There we go. It does slip sometimes, so I'm not sure if we have that on there tight enough or not, but it's going. The sewing machine itself probably needs to be oiled up and stuff too, you know, telling how long it's been since that happened. But thanks for watching the this part of the sewing machine, and you got to meet Connie here.
Hi.
See y'all later.